All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I wanted to show this one off just because I haven't done a lot of Meg Squirt stuff in a while, and people think that I dislike Mopar Mic and EFI Source, and that couldn't be farther from the truth. So let's go over this real quick. This is a little bit of a joint venture between me and Andy Bryant at LSX Specialties. He has done a bunch of harnesses for me in the past. He does amazing work. And I have this EFI Source Gold Box, and I completely butchered what I had left for a harness. A bunch of you have probably seen videos where I have this mounted to a piece of wood, and I was using it to simulate a lot of stuff, test firmware, do videos, test outputs on things, etc. So I have like all this wiring and some ugly stuff. And my buddy Andy does stock ECU rewiring and harnesses, does a beautiful job. I've run him in my cars. I've shown him on a bunch of the projects, most notably the Don't BS Me build, Andy harness, a bunch of my friends, Andy harness. And Andy's like, man, one day maybe stock harness stuff's going to go away and I would love to do aftermarket. And we talked about it for a while, and I was like, it'd be awesome for you to do a Holly harness for me for upcoming car. And I'm like, right now, I got a gold box, and I have no harness. But I got a box, I got pins, I have stuff. So we went back and forth, and we decided that I'm like, hey, I'll buy the pins, whatever else you need. He's like, I'll do the wire and we'll figure something out. And he's like, I'll learn and I'll wire it and we'll see what I come up with. So he wired this up. This is his first one. And man, he did an awesome job. I wonder what he would charge to do this. We'll have to talk to him about that if you guys want this done. You're going to have to call him up and try it out. So he did a custom fuse panel here. And he didn't have resistors because he doesn't normally do this. Stock ECU controls the alt. I said, hey man, include the alternator wiring like this in the harness. So this guy will charge a regular 4-pin alt. I just need to drop the resistor in here. Here's a tack out. Here is, you power this guy, and then this goes to the fuel pump, this goes to the battery, and this is your ignition lead in that turns the stuff on. He gave me a quick diagram for what does what. So then that feeds up into the rest of this guy here. And we got a ground, a single ground. And we got the cam nicely labeled. And then this thing spreads out. And this is the way Andy likes to do it. He does like a central tree. And it's so nice for organization and everything else. So here's the coil is separate from the 4 injector boys right here. So it's very easy to tell which cylinder is what. It says driver's side injectors. Then we got, what do we got? Map sensor. Oh boy, check out that labeling. Check out that autofocus, boys. So we also have idle air, TPS, manifold temp, alternator, coolant temp, and then the whole other, there's crank. That guy's crank. Sorry if you're getting a seizure. So there it is, all nicely laid out. I just wanted to do a quick, advertisement for EFI Source and Andy, my boys. Show something off. And I believe we were thinking about what we were going to do with this. And my buddy Calvin Nelson, who does a lot of the grassroots motorsports stuff, wants the advanced built-in traction control settings in the Gold Box. He's actually removing a Holley Terminator X-Max off of his twin-turbo Fairmont and putting this on it. Well, he has the box. He's putting this harness in. Andy and I are donating this to him just to see how it goes. First, it's Andy's first one, so if he made a simple mistake, Calvin is super sharp. He'll be able to fix it, and no one gets a bad name first thing. So that was the understanding was I was going to test it, even though it's very simple. Blah blah blah. Andy's first shot. So that's one benefit. And then Calvin gets a nice harness and he gets to test it, and we get, more of the word out there for it. And then we go from there. So just a little something I wanted to show everybody. My buddy Andy's BA skills. Gold box still alive, kicking. Calvin's going to use this has built-in traction control settings and everything, so not a lot of people know that. So for particular with what he's going to do, he wants the traction control. And then his Terminator, he's going to put on a land speed car because they want to make sure the fueling is absolutely right. And he and I believe that the Terminator does a better job on the closed loop fuel. So that's their concern, is for long speed runs that's perfectly accurate. So let me know what you guys think. I think Andy did an incredible job. Let me know if you think, he should offer this, or if you guys are interested in contacting him. I love Andy's harnesses. The other thing to understand is it's hard for Mike to put this work into a harness and still give you a good price. So it's not fair to be like, Mike, why is your harness no good, or whatever else. So it'll be neat to see if, what it costs and what the difference is. But man, Andy obviously has done years and years of harness stuff. I would love to think that I can do this if I spend my time, but I know I can't. Unlimited amount of time, I just can't do it. So that's why I stopped doing harnesses, because Andy just kills it. So nice update, neat product. You get to see his beautiful work. Big shrink wrap here, nice stretchy boy here. Everything comes out labeled. I always like how he just has I call it the tree branch, and everything just explodes from there. Really nice and clean and simple. And it makes it easier if you don't have a completely fitted setup. I know the Holly and a lot of other completely fitted stuff, something's just a little tight. Like all the injectors are just a tiny bit tight. And you can tell because Andy just does it a little bit different. With everything has its own little legs, and it splits off, and you can pull it away. And then a lot of harnesses join this guy comes sprouting out in between, and it's just not always the nicest. And his are just, you can just pull this leg out like this and do whatever you want. So I like that style, the way he does it. So again, let me know what you guys think. Pretty nice. I'm shaking all over the place, bouncing on my heels. That's it. Have a good one. Bye.